Hello there, everyone. For a long time, I've wanted to do a video about how to keep and how to store all your different stuff. And in this video, I'm going to show you some of my all-time favorite ways of keeping track of my tools, my flash, my thread, and all my tube fly things. The first thing I want to show you is this. This is the thread spool stash box, and it's really awesome. You can see how easy it is. It's really easy to use. Basically, you just open the lid and then you pull out exactly the spool that you need. And then you can place it back in there. And as you can see, there is a room here with a dentation, so that the threads, when you put it in there, is fastened securely, and you have all your threads sorted. There is room for 32 different spools of thread. So even if you have a lot of thread, which we fly tyers tend to have, a couple of these boxes and you will be set for life. You will have a complete overview on exactly how to store your thread. So in my point of view, in my opinion, this box here is the best way to store your thread, and it's easy to put into your cupboard or whatever. So if you want to organize your thread, then this thread spool stash box is an awesome way to go. The next thing I want to show you is these. These are some stowaway boxes for flash, and as you can see here, I have all my not all, but I have a couple of these now. I think I have 5 or 6 of these. But this flash stash pod is really cool. There's room for 20 different colors of flash in here, and basically, if you take a long needle or something like that, you can really easily load this. And once you've loaded it, it's very simple to basically just take your scissor or your dubbing needle and pull out the amount of angel hair or crystal flash or ascent flash or whatever you need, and basically just cut that off, and you will never have to have just a big box of flash material that are just basically a big pile of mess. So to order all your crystal flash, your angel hair, your flashaboo, and all that sorts of things, these stash pods is really an awesome option. The next thing I want to show you is how I organize a lot of my hooks. This is the CF Design magnetic storage units, and these have a magnetic bottom, so it's very easy. As you can see, I don't want to open this and then shake it, because then some hooks, because I've filled this too much. But these CF Design magnetic hook boxes are truly awesome. They come in 3 different options: one with 6 rooms, one with 12, and one with 18, depending on what size of hooks you want. They're not that expensive, and if you have an old VHR videotape cassette, you can fit 3 of these in there, or 2, I can't recall. But a really nice way to keep track of all your hooks, to keep a very easy access to your hooks, and I must say I have a whole I have a whole drawer full of these, because they're just cool. So now we've sorted the flash, we've sorted the thread, and we've sorted the hooks. Then another thing I want to show you is this. This is the fits system for stowing away all your small beads and stuff like that. And the thing that makes this really stand out is that it has rounded bottoms, which makes it. Oh, I dropped this the other day and broke it and had to sort out. But it has rounded bottom, so it's really easy to pick out the small things that you need. A lot of the times you see when you have something like this and the bottom is not rounded, then it makes it quite difficult to actually get to a small bead or something like that. The Frodin organizer really helps out on that with the rounded bottom. It's really cool. I've bought a couple of these, and I'm very pleased with them. So that's for sorting out your bits and pieces and stuff like that. Another thing that will do that for you is the 43 Pop Stash stow box from Hairline. It has, sorry about that. as I was saying, is the stash pot from 43 Pop Top Stash. This one has 43 different small containers, and in here you can easily have all your beads and stuff like that. And basically you just pull the lid open and pour out whatever you need. So this is a very good option also, and you can write with a permanent marker on top of the lids here. So on top of these stash pots, so you know exactly what's inside there. A truly awesome option for keeping track of all your bits and pieces also. Okay. The last thing I want to show you, or the last two things I want to show you actually, because it's two different things, but they kind of do the same, is how to keep track of all your tools. The first thing is this Rensetti. I can't recall what it's called now. It's a Rensetti tool caddy, and here you have a foam, very easy but still strong and durable foam organizer for all your tools. It has a lot of different sizes of holes and stuff like that in here, so you can have your varnish, you can have your glue, you can have your hair stackers, and all the different pieces of equipment that you need at your desk, at your vise, ready to go. And this is just a very cool way of stowing, and also a fairly inexpensive way of keeping track of all your most used fly tying tools. If you want to have a better or a bigger way of stowing your tools, if you have many, which I have, then I really recommend this one. This is the CF design one, and what makes this unique and really cool is it has even more holes, pre-made holes. So and it's turnable, so you can really keep track of all your tools here. Then you have a tray underneath, again with a lot of holes, where you can keep all your glue and all your varnish and stuff like that. And this is, I must say, one of the best things that I ever bought. I am so happy with this CF design tool organizer, because it's just magnificent, it's awesome, and it really helps me keep my fly tying disc, well, not neat, because basically my fly tying disc is never neat, but at least a bit more organized. So a couple of things for organizing your fly tying tools. The Rensetti one and the CF design. Some cool way of stowing your hooks. Some cool way of stowing your beads and your tube fly things, your flash and all that kind. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Of course, all the things that you saw in this video is available at my webshop. It's called Nordic Anglers, along with a ton of other things that does kind of the same thing as these, but these are the items that I have come to depend on, and that I really they have made my life a lot more easy. So some organizers for you. Yeah, as I said, hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more videos and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, the only thing left is to wish you good luck out on the waters.